The NBA is absolutely terrified of this happening as the recent straw poll for the MVP award came out, and Shai is in the lead right now. I'm not going to say by how much. Could be a large margin, could be a short margin. If you're staying up to date right now, you know what it is. But because Shai is leading right now, the NBA is terrified about this for two reasons. A, they don't want a small market bringing back an MVP award. They don't want that. They don't want that whatsoever. They want the MVP to stay in a large market like a Denver, LA, Boston, New York. They want it to be in one of those places, all right? A place that is close to the coast. That's what they want, not in Oklahoma City. And secondly, they don't want Shai and everyone else to have confidence and get hot going into the playoffs. As one of the best teams of all time, they don't want this happening. So the NBA is terrified of all these different angles happening for Shai to get MVP. So I'm going to break down to you why he is going to win it, why teams should be terrified by looking at his stats, and some other weird like advanced metrics and weird stats out there as well that kind of show how dominant Shai and the Thunder have been. Before we get into all that, quick thing as usual, all right? Do you guys enjoy the content and find yourself coming back on a regular basis? Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. But little announcement, boom, look at this. This is our Twitter. You should go follow it. Going to be posting a lot there, all right? Want to try to get to 100 followers as soon as possible by the end of the week for sure. Also on all our other platforms as well, all right? Instagram, want to get as close to 100 followers there as well by the end of the week. And also TikTok, as I am about to start posting on there as well. Post some TikTok videos, little short, like game recaps, stuff like that. Little fun content there. All right, give us a follow on all those different platforms. With that out of the way, let's go ahead, get into talking about SGA, why he's the MVP and all that. But here's the straw poll, in case you were wondering, okay? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander leads the way with 77 of the 100 first place votes. Nikola Jokic is second with 23. They are the only two to get first place votes. The only two. All right. And the only two to get second place votes. So we know the MVP race is just between those two guys. But because of this, you can pretty much, give it to SGA at this point. 77. It is closer to being unanimous than it is to going to Nikola Jokic. That's what it's up right now. 931 total points. No third, fourth, or fifth place votes. All right. Giannis is in that mix for third place with 53, or Tatum with 41. Honestly, I would give it to Tatum over Giannis for third place in MVP, but the only one that matters is first place. And SGA has that on lock. When you look at the straw, poll and everything, and, the voting, the metrics, he is going to win MVP. There is no way getting around this. With 7 games left in the season, Shai is your MVP. With what he's been doing, I don't care if Nikola Jokic dropped a 60-point triple-double. His team still lost. He is one of the worst defenders in the NBA. Okay, there are tons of teams out there that are shooting 60-plus from the field against Nikola Jokic. That's what's going on. He truly is one of the league's worst defenders. I don't care about his steals number, all right? If you look at some of his steals, it's because his teammates tip the ball and it ends up in his hand. That's what happens, and it counts as a steal for him. So really, it should go to a steal for the other player, but that's a whole nother topic there. But looking at Shai's stats, it kind of proves my point why he is the MVP. I mean, 33 points a game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, a block, and almost 2 steals a game right there. All right, insane. 2.5 turnovers, 2 fouls a game. He's shooting 52% from the field. And like I mentioned before, his 3-point numbers have improved as he is now shooting 37% from the field. I remember there was a time this season he was shooting like 32, 33%. He's almost to 40% right there. If he can somehow get it to 38, 39 there, that'd be insane. That'd be insane to be close to a 50, 40, 90 season. He's almost there. He almost is. It wouldn't surprise me if he gets that next season, all right? 6'6", 26 years old, 35% on corner threes, 35% of his threes are assisted, and 26% of his shots are three-pointers. The fact that just over a quarter of his shots are three-pointers and he's averaging 33 points is an insane feat alone. That is called pure scoring ability. If he took more threes, he'd probably average like 36, 37 a game. That's what would happen. If he took more threes, if he took like 8 to 9 threes a game like a bunch of point guards do, he would be averaging close to 36, 37, 38 points a game. No getting around it. None whatsoever. But he doesn't do that. He likes to get to the mid-range. He likes to attack on the drive. He likes to, take some short corner fadeaways. He likes to take, pull up from the elbow, all right? He loves attacking there. He does. And he's also developed this little step back three, which looks really nice. His three-point shot has gotten so much better. Is the fact that he had a great season last year, finished second in MVP voting, didn't quite win it. And I was like, oh, how can he improve? Boom, went out, improved his three-point numbers, improved his defense as well, and is averaging more points per game. And is leading his team to almost a 70-win season. Almost 70 wins. Absolutely absurd to look at and think about. This team has been dominant because of one person, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The amount of, injuries they've dealt with, without Shai, they're probably a playing team. All right? 63 wins this season. 63. Because of Shai, just manning the helm here with all the injuries they've dealt with. But let's look at some other things, all right? This right here is interesting. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is averaging the lowest amount of turnovers per game ever among players averaging 32 plus points per game in a season. I know the list isn't very high for people that have averaged that in a season, but still, impressive numbers right there, let alone another reason why he's the MVP. Just that right there. He's not turning the ball over a ton as a point guard. That's impressive. He's shooting the ball well. He's scoring a lot of points. He's not turning it over. He's passing it well. He has had multiple, almost near 10 assist games that are over his assist numbers right now, 6.4, I believe. His playmaking got better as a passer. His rebounding got better. His defense got better. Everything about him got better this offseason, and it's kind of impeccable and insane. That's what it is. Who would have thought this guy would improve that much? Whereas Jokic, he's been doing the same thing over and over again, and his defense actually has gotten worse over the years. He's never been a good defender, but he's also gotten worse on defense over the years. Whereas Shai is improving in all aspects. That's the difference between the two guys, all right? Let's take a look at another stat right here. Longest streaks of 25-plus points this season. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at 22, SGA at 19, SGA active at 18, tied with Tyrese Maxey. That is absurd. He owns the most streaks of 25-plus points per game this season, and one of them is an active one right now, and he could even surpass that with 7 games left in the season. If my math's correct, somewhere around there, 7. And, someone could correct me in the comment section. I don't know exactly how many games I've left. I go to liberal arts school. We don't really do math, okay? But, yeah, it's just kind of absurd looking at these stats. There's one more that I want to look at as well. Right here, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the month of March. He did win the March Player of the Month. And these were his averages, which are insane. 35 points a game, 52% from the field, 41% from 3, 93% from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 7.4 assists, a steal and a block a game, and less than 2 turnovers, 1.9. 13-1 record. They only lost 1 game. Only lost 1. They went 13-1 because of these numbers. Because of these numbers. He is an insane player. He is generational. It's not to take away anything from Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic is having a great season. But at some point, you have to look at, okay, who is winning more? Who is the reason their team is winning more? And Nikola Jokic last night, I hate to be this guy, but his team lost because he can't play defense. He can't. He's a code on the defensive end, all right? I have never seen a worse defensive player in my life. It is absolutely absurd. I think Anthony Bennett could play better defense than Nikola Jokic, but he gets overshadowed because he's a great offensive player. He is the best. I hate to be this guy, because I love Shai. I hate to do this, but he is, a little bit better offensively than Shai because of his passing ability. That's why. Just because of his passing ability. Shai's a better scorer, but because of Jokic's passing ability to set up his teammates a little bit there, he has a little bit of an edge on offense, but not by much. Not by much by any means, but let's not worry about his defense. No, defense matters and winning matters. The Thunder have clinched the 1 seed, have clinched a playoff spot before anyone else in the Western Conference has. No one in the Western Conference yet has clinched a playoff spot besides the Thunder because of Shai, because of the amount of winning he's doing for this team. That's all I got for this video. A little quick short one for you guys today here, but let me know what you guys personally think about Shai's performance this year so far, and does he have the MVP on lock now? And also go ahead, give us a follow on our Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram accounts. Keep up our content there. We're going to be posting a lot more over there as well. That's all I got for this video. See you guys in the next one.